guys, this is my first ever plant vlog for my Syngonium cream Allusion. And she has red veins. She's variegated. She has some splashes of dark green. And majority is more light green to white cream kind of look. I guess that's where the name comes from. And this is probably like, I've only had this, I would say, maybe, I don't know, a week. I know it's less than a month. And she hasn't really grown that much. I mean, it's only been a short amount of time. And I'm gonna show you guys like baby leaves unfurling right here. And let me just turn her so you can see the leaves up close. If I am mistaken with the name, this is what they told me it was. So, of course, correct me if I'm wrong. Put it down in the comment section. I hope you enjoy my vlog with this particular plant, that you are going to hit the like. So subscribe if you haven't yet, and of course the bell so you're notified every single time I do upload a new video. This is a 8-inch pot. And all my social media accounts are in the description section, as well as what I use to water this particular plant. If you're new to my channel or my plant vlogs or anything, we've never interacted on Facebook or Instagram or anything, I always add stuff in the water that I do to water my plants. And for what I do use, it is all linked down below. So do check that out. And since it's just right there, if you want to just focus and admire this plant, that would be ideal too. So again, I think I've only had this plant about a week, maybe less. I know it has been less than a month. That for sure I know. It's just that I do have PCS. I have memory loss, short and long term, as well as amnesia. So I'm not really sure, like time is really kind of hard for me. I don't really remember. What I do remember is that I've only had her for a short amount of time. And I didn't even have an unboxing. And we're gonna check out these. Oh, that's a baby leaf. Oh, it looks so cute. And let's look at the other ones that are unfurling or uncurling right here. And there is, I think at least one or two. There's one right here. This is a new leaf, and this is a new leaf too. And I think these weren't like fresh growth since I've got them. These came with the plant when I got them. From what I have noticed, usually when you have a new plant coming in, they get the shock. Regardless if you transplant or not, it's just a different environment. A plant is always going to have that kind of shock. The reason for that is in nature, they don't really travel. You know, they don't really travel all the time. So that's not really something that is natural for them. So just always expect that there will be some kind of shock. Some are worse than others. Like, of course, if you drop the plant, it's an extra shock right there. You transplant the plant, it's an extra shock right there. So what I usually do is when I do water, I do add stuff in there like a supplement that helps with the shock. So if the shock is there, it either diminishes it, supposedly, or minimizes it. Now, there is really no measuring or like any device that you can really, see if there is a difference. The only thing you could really do is observe. And from my observation, before I used certain supplements to prevent shock, there is a difference. They do kind of thrive and flourish quicker. They do kind of just grow sooner than later, because when they are in a shock, like change of environment, transplanting, things like that, you typically don't really, have new growth right away. But it also depends on the size of the plant. This is a much more smaller plant. So usually like a really, really big plant that's a fast grower, like I would say for me is, I can only think of my Monstera deliciosa. That one has always been giving me new growth, but it's a giant plant to start with. So there is also a big difference with that. With this one, it's a much smaller plant. So I would say if you do get a plant around this size alone, I would say give it like at least a month. Sometimes it takes a few months for them to really acclimate and adapt to their new environment and everything else. You always have to put in consideration everything that comes with it. The light, the air, the humidity, the dryness, the new soil or no new soil. But you have to consider everything that comes with it. Every single home is going to be unique in its own way. So, of course, these, whichever the location for the plant that you got before, it could be from a big box store or local nursery, mom and pop, their location is going to be different from yours. And a lot of them also do purchase them somewhere else. And that, you also have to think that when they get that, they put that within a few days, they put that in the shop and they try to sell that. So just imagine from where it's being grown to the store to you. So just, don't get discouraged right away if your plant is withering or something like that, or not growing. What you should be concerned of is if the leaves are going bad, if it's turning yellow or it's crisping up, there's something that's off. If it's just not growing, but it looks healthy and it still looks great, nothing to worry about. So don't stress about that and then tend to overwater or underwater or move them around. And that can actually be more damaging than helping the plant. So this is her, and I cannot wait for her to just keep on growing and growing for me. And I'm really hoping that at some point I can try to propagate her and I can put the propagated parts in different parts of my home. I think that would be really wonderful. I have totally fallen in love with Syngoniums. Thank you so much, guys, for watching my plant vlog for my Syngonium cream Allusion. I know there are different names for this plant, for this particular variety. I know a specific one usually has at least, 2 names, 3 names maybe. I'm very, very new to Syngoniums. If you want to let me know the other names, or maybe I have the wrong name for it, please let me know down below. I'm not saying I'm an expert in Syngoniums. And again, if I always thrive to learn something, at least one new thing every day. Thanks, guys, so much. And of course, thank you guys for everybody's support, the beautiful, encouraging words. Thank you guys so much. Anything else, please leave it in the comment section. I love hearing from you guys all the time. So I'll see you guys on the update for this plant. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye. I forgot to mention that this sits in a west-facing window, but it is away from the window, about 15-20 feet away. And currently the schedule for now, it could change later on, it is every 2 weeks. And again, every single time I do water, I do add fertilizer and supplements. This does get some very indirect east light, no, not east light, west window, morning, oh my gosh, morning light. It also does get north light for, I would say, about an hour, give or take. And then for most of the afternoon, if it is very bright and sunny, it will get the western light from the west window and the north. So it does get that. And also for a few hours in the night, and if it's very gray, an LED light would be on. It's not a plant light for now anyway. It is just LED, and I'll try to link everything down below, including the light, but and what I use. So do check that out if you're interested. It's not a plant light, but it does provide decent light. I'm trying to think that I might forget. In case I don't put in the light that I use, you can just check my channel for my plant collection. You check in there, the light should be there, and also the fixture that I do use. And it's all very affordable. So I try to make it very easy for you guys. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.